Well, to begin with, I cannot be optimistic because the hearings are supposed to be held in secrecy. They don't involve the public. I don't understand why, because even the courts, sitting as courts, it's open to the public.
The president said wala siyang sasantuhin, kamag-anak man, kaibigan o kaalyado. Do you believe him?
I won't even give him the benefit of the doubt.
Why is that?
Well, because there have been some instances where he had said something, but he did not comply with it, or he welched on his promise.
Grabe. What a statement, mga kadonatics. Ay completely hindi siya maniniwala.
Conducting hearings in secrecy, I would not have allowed that. So, I would probably have been fired.
So, command responsibility, magud na.
Okay. So, kay command responsibility, angay siya mo resign?
Yes, answerable to it.
Angay siya mo resign?
Yes, answerable to it. Yes.
Yes. Di ba? O eto mga kadonatics, bumaliktad na daw si Pambari 4 ang governor ng Cebu. Ayan yung sabi ng mga loyalist, yung mga opposition mga kadonatics. Dahil kasama daw niya si BBM nung pagkatapos ng lindol, ang hindi nila alam na hindi masaya si Pambari 4 kasama si BBM. Makikita yan sa body language ni Pambari 4 nung nag-speech si BBM mga kadonatics. Panoorin natin yung kunting episode at panoorin natin yung interview niya mga kadonatics, ha? On the same day patungkol kay BBM. Eto, panoorin muna natin yung kasama niya si BBM. Eto.
Dinala ng lindol. Dinala ng lindol ka nung isang araw.
Si look at that mga kadonatics, ha? Tingnan mo, ha? Nakasmile ba siya dyan? Ha? At tingnan nyo yung body language ni Pambari 4 ay talagang mga kadonatics, napilitan nga lang na samahan si BBM. Kasi, you know, courtesy, no? Presidente, governor ka lang, di ba? Ito.
At ang pinakamalaking damage na dinala ng lindol ay infrastructure damage, mga building, tapos yung mga guys, hospital, so tingnan ninyo itong City Hall. Ganyan talaga ang naging effect. Kaya nahirapan kami ng konti dahil wala kaming pagpupuntahan, wala kaming paglalagyan ng mga na-displaced na pamilya dahil hindi tayo nakakasiguro sa mga evacuation center. Kaya ang pinag-usapan.
Di ba mga kadonatics, tingnan nyo. Wala talaga, no? Yung nasa likod niya ay parang napakaseryoso yung dating nila mga kadonatics na tila ba hindi presidente yung nasa harap nila. At may isang kumalat pa na video mga kadonatics na ayaw man lang i-approach ni BBM yung mga tao, at doon si Pambari 4 mga kadonatics, siya lang mismo yung nag-shake hands sa mga tao kasi parang dapat ata si BBM na lumapit sa kanila. At eto yung mga kadonatics yung sinasabi ko sa inyo na on the same day may nag-interview sa kanya mga kadonatics kay Pambari 4, but in Bisaya. Itatry natin i-translate mga kadonatics. Panoorin natin. Ha?
He has to listen to the people. For me personally, it was, I don't think kaning corruption was not handled well. Siguro from the start, Jude Unta, he should have made it clear na ang kaning corruption is non-negotiable. Dili pwede mga ng mga agencies atong gobyerno.
So from the start na talaga mga kadonatics ay dapat na pigilan na to na itong mga agency ay hindi talaga mangungurap or magnanakaw sa pera ng taong bayan. Dapat daw at first and foremost napigilan na. Pero hindi ginawa ni BBM. Ang ngayon, siya pa yung nangunguna sa investigasyon lugar mga kadonatics na siya na din mismo sa kanyang administrasyon nangyari.
So, command responsibility magud na.
Okay. So, kay command responsibility, angay siya mo resign?
Yes, answerable to it.
Angay siya mo resign?
Yes, answerable to it. Yes.
Yes. Di ba? Hindi niya directly mga kadonatics na sinagot na dapat mag-resign, pero nag-yes siya. He is answerable to this, di ba? Saan yung sinabi ng mga loyalist na maka-BBM na si Pambari 4? Saan na? ang sabi pa nila doon mga kadunatics, nag-thank you si Pambari 4 kay BBM habang hindi naman binanggit si Sara. Well, hindi nila nakita yung Facebook page ni Pambari 4 kung saan nag-thank you siya kay Inday Sara Duterte mga kadunatics. Hindi ba? Ganyan ka mga bugs ang mga loyalist. Yung tinitingnan nila mga kadunatics, yung mga negative na nangyari, pero yung iba, wala. Basta lang na-fit sa kanilang storya. Yun yung pinapaniwalaan nila mga kadunatics. At eto, Attorney or Justice Conchita Morales mga kadunatics ay talagang hindi naniniwala na maganda yung hangarin ng ICI. Nako! Ay, nako mga kadunatics, hindi pala siya naniniwala sa ginawa ni BBM na investigation. Private investigation ko, no? Kasi, ito yung dahilan niya mga kadunatics. Ito, panoorin natin. Interview with Karen Davila. Tingnan yung mukha ni Karen Davila dito mga kadunatics. Nako, parang maiiyak na. Ay, nako, ito.
The ICI, ang binuong ICI ni Pangulong Marcos Jr., are you optimistic with the investigation, the powers, and the results?
Well, to begin with, I cannot be optimistic because the hearings are supposed to be held in secrecy. They don't involve the public. I don't understand why, because even the courts, sitting as courts, it's open to the public. It's only when in the interest of morality and decency that the judge may conduct hearings in private. Ito hindi naman morality or indecency. Immorality and indecency. Indecency not in the literal meaning of the word. So I don't understand why they don't do it transparently. They don't do it publicly.
Di ba mga kadunatics? Tingnan nyo. Pag anong tawag dyan mag-hearing yung Supreme Court, talagang naka-livestream mga kadunatics. Kung walang video, anong tawag dyan? Nakalimutan ko sa term na pag walang video, pero may audio mga kadunatics, livestream yan na hearing. Ewan ko ba itong kay BBN na investigation, ICI niya mga kadunatics? Ano ko? Ewan ko talaga, bakit taong bayan yung biktima, dapat malaman natin kung anong nangyayari sa investigasyon. Hindi ba napaka-bias yan mga kadunatics? Baka may mga tao silang hindi i-involve na talagang napaka-involved naman sa korupsyon. Involved si Romualdez, yung pinsan niya, si Zaldico at iba pa. Pero hindi man lang mabanggit si Romualdez mga kadunatics. Bakit kaya?
The ICI said they don't want trial by publicity.
The mere fact that Congress or Senate conducts hearings openly, it is not trying by publicity. Because people who will decide will be the ICI people, but their decision will only be recommendatory. It should be the ombudsman really who should do the investigating. But today, there is no ombudsman yet.
I'm curious, were you ever offered to join the ICI? Because you have so much feedback from people saying Conchita Carpio Morales should be in the ICI.
I don't know if I should reveal this publicly. Yes, I was. I was asked to be the legal representative because they said they wanted an engineer, and that's Babe Singson. They wanted an accountant, that's the lady from the CISIP Gores, and they wanted a lawyer. So they tapped me. So I said, I'm too old for that. And then they said, no, you're not. And then I said, I don't think I can handle that. No, you can. And then they said, please, for the love of country. Oh, of course, I've always loved my country. They insisted. So I said, I'm impervious to influence. I was very frank. I mean, that was, I think, to be the last straw. So I said, I don't like it if and when I should be there. I don't like anyone to interfere in my work. So, and all that, there was no reaction, but so they said, please, for love of country. And then, so, okay, give me a day to reflect on. And then they said, no, I'll give you 1 hour. Then I said, no. Then they said 2 hours. Okay. In the interim, I tried to conjure things I would be putting as condition in the event. I would not be honest if I say that I was not open to it, but I was not very sure about it. So I had mental exercise. I said, what will I put as conditions. Of course, one of the conditions was that they should not interfere in my decision. However, I wanted to conduct the investigation. 2 hours never came. I didn't receive a call. Neither did I call. Why should I? Was I salivating? No way.
Si mga kadonatics, yan talagang ayaw ni BBM. Eto, nag-set siya ng boundaries mga kadonatics. Di ba? Conditions. Wala. Hindi tumawag na sila kasi baka may masalasaan tapos hindi gusto nila mga kadonatics during the investigation. Ay doon magkatalo. Nationwide itong problemang to ay dapat lang naka-livestream. Dapat alam ng taong bayan ang mga nangyayari sa investigasyon. Baka ma-doctor ito yung mga kadonatics. Huh? You know what I mean? Doctorize, right? Baka, ma-make upan to suit their story. Mahirap na mga kadonatics. Baka at the end of the day, iba pala yung makakonvict mga kadonatics. Hindi mo lang na-mention ng mga contractors, baka ganun ang mangyayari. Or, may ididiin sila ng isang tao.
Palagay nyo, bakit na hindi tumawag? Because you said you were impervious to...
Maybe. Of course, you have a lot of conjectures, but that could have been one of the reasons.
Would you have taken it?
No, if they accepted my conditions, I would probably have taken it. Conducting hearings in secrecy, I would not have allowed that. So, I would probably have been fired. See? If I were fired, look at that. I would mutilate my pristine, I'm sorry to say that, pristine reputation.
Are you satisfied with who makes up the ICI today?
Well, I like Babe Singson. I know he's very honest.
Yun na po yun.
Yun na.
Paano po yung the representative of the justice system?
Well, let the people judge. But they cannot judge him because the conduct of the hearing is secret.
What's your reaction?
Biruin nyo naman mga kadonatics, yung Department of Justice sa Sirimulia ay talaga namang on hand sa investigasyon na yan. Ha? Kaya wala talaga. Walang kredibilidad ang binuo ni Marcos. This is just for the clout mga kadonatics, for show, para sabihin may ginawa siya. Pero wala talaga mga kadonatics. Wala siyang ginawa na para sumpuin tong corruption na to. Ay nako, ka-incompetent yung leader natin.
That Benjamin Magalong resigned from the ICI as a special advisor.
Yes, nasayangan ako. But then again, I don't know if the word getting around is true that he was practically asked to resign.
Nako. Conflict naman ako being the mayor and at the same time being a member of the ICI. By the way, I'm not a member of the commission. I'm not a commissioner din. In fact, sila nga yung gumawa ng workaround na legal advisor investigator. Pero inis out na ako doon Tinanggal na nila lahat. And then suddenly, here comes a below the belt naman na accusation na dahil merong project si Diskaya doon at maanumalyang tennis court. Sobra na yan. Yun ang hindi ko matake. Di ba? Parang pinapalabas mo pa na korap ako. Ay, dyan na. Mag-aaway na tayo dyan.
Are you hopeful first that justice will be served, that genuine changes will be made?
Insofar as the ICI is concerned, as I said, their findings are merely recommendatory. It's going to go to the Ombudsman or to the OJ. If it goes to the Ombudsman, if the Ombudsman is not satisfied with the fact-finding nor would like to adopt the recommendation, the Ombudsman can have an independent, separate investigation. So it would be an exercise in futility. Unless, of course, the results of the ICI would be, it will make it lighter for the Ombudsman to conduct investigation.
Now, should the Ombudsman just be doing the investigation? Nung panahon niyo po, wala namang ibinuong komite.
Motu proprio.
Oo.
The trouble is that there's no permanent Ombudsman. It's an acting Ombudsman. In fact, the first acting Ombudsman was removed. If you believe Senator Amy Marcos, she did not like, I said allegedly, she did not like to issue a clearance to Remulla without going through the process of checking whether the case was good for disposal or the case was good for, segueing to the preliminary investigation.
What is happening to the Office of the Ombudsman now? How does this affect the way it carries its obligations and responsibilities?
I really don't know how much power the acting ombudsman is being given. I think deputy ombudsman for the Visayas, and he's merely appointed as or designated as acting ombudsman.
Sa ngayon, isa po sa posibleng maging ombudsman ay si Justice Secretary Boying Remulla. May opinion po kayo doon?
I don't know him that well. Actually, what I know is on what I read only.
What kind of person should be appointed as ombudsman? What qualities?
Well, as I have always said, he should be a man or woman of integrity, of competence, of industry. May integrity ka nga pero tabad ka naman. So you're not doing anything, wala kang production. Pero you are also productive, you are industrious, but you are a man of integrity, of dishonesty, or you are a man of corruption. Walang mangyayari.
Wala. Tama.
You are judged by how you handle the office. If you have integrity, you have competence and industry.
In 2016, when you were ombudsman, you ordered the dismissal of Senator Joel Villanueva and 9 others. This was in 2016. You found them liable for the misuse of the former party list representatives' 2008 PDAF funds. Now, Joel Villanueva is under fire again. The Senate then refused to act on your order of dismissal. Balikan natin yun. Now that the accusations are similar in nature, what can you say?
Well, it would depend if he is again found criminally liable or probably administratively liable. I would not dare predict what would happen because sometimes you expect something to be done, but you're disappointed.
But in 2016, when you ordered his dismissal, the Senate refused. And should the Senate have followed?
Well, they should have. Otherwise, everybody wants to be a senator, and because of any infraction of the law that you commit, you will still remain senator.
The ombudsman ordered a senator's dismissal. Hindi sumunod ang Senado as a body. They all cooperated as an institution. Anong naging epekto noon sa atin?
Well, we are the laughingstock of other countries because we don't know how to enforce our law. We don't know how to implement the decisions that are spawned from legal proceedings.
Nung panahon po ninyo, PDAF ang issue. Ngayon naman, it's insertions in the budget for flood control projects. What do you believe will be the outcome?
Aren, it would depend on who will be the one to decide. If the person to decide is a man of integrity or the institution to decide is composed of people of integrity, I am very optimistic that something, concrete will occur. But if if these officials who will decide what will happen will scratch each other's backs, goodbye, the pessimism comes in.
The President said wala siyang sasantuhin, kamag-anak man, kaibigan o kaalyado. Do you believe him?
I won't even give him the benefit of the doubt.
Why is that?
Well, because there have been some instances where he had said something, but he did not comply with it, or he welched on his promise.
Grabe. What a statement, mga kadonatics. Ay completely hindi siya maniniwala. Di ba? Di ba, mga kadonatics? Ay talaga naman, wala na yung dignidad ng isang pangulo, mga kadonatics. Even the justice herself, mga kadonatics, is no longer a trustee of the president. Can you imagine that? At ito naman si Karen Davila, ay talagang binobrought out niya lang, mga kadonatics, ang senador na, kakampi sa mga Duterte or ally. What about other senators like Revilla? Sino pa? Ang dami pa, mga kadonatics. Hindi ko lang mapangalanan. What do you think,
So you don't...
But there's always a first time. No, my question is, why did not Martin Romualdez ask the DFA to cancel the passport of Zaldico? He seems to be, covering up for him. He seems, I said I did not say. Because to date, while they may have undertaken to cancel his travel authority, his passport is not being cancelled. But it should have initiated by Martin while he was speaker.
If this government is serious, what actions should they do to bring Zaldico back home or bring him to justice, what can they do?
Cancel his passport.
That's number one.
Because since there are no charges yet, they cannot order his arrest. Nakalagay sa dyaryo, hihingin daw nilang Interpol. But there have been no charges. What they probably would do is to summon him to answer questions. But he's not being summoned.
You see, itong si Remulla, nung sa interview mga kadunatics, sinabi niya, we work on with Interpol, ikakansel natin yung passport niya. Hanggang ngayon mga kadunatics, walang ginawa. Ewan ko pero kay Tatay Digong, nako! Wala pang 24 hours mga kadunatics, nakidnap na, papuntang iba yung dagat. Can you imagine? Isang Pilipino, tapos eto, corrupt mga kadunatics. Grabe, bilyon ang nakorap sa galing sa pera ng taong bayan. Bilyon ang naghirap mga kadunatics, tapos napaka-light lang kung i-treat nila tong case na to. What the heck?
Flood control, we've discovered, has been a milking cow for corruption.
Yes, even entire country, even in Ilocos Norte, it's the Discayas who are the contractors.
Diba?
All throughout, but they are very selective. They only concentrate on Mindoro, Bulacan, ever.
So ang tanong ko, why is it with our modern systems and our laws, it's still so easy at this point to rig infrastructure projects, give kickbacks, considering may ombudsman naman, may hustisya naman?
No one, or they're closing their eyes. Let's say may ombudsman nga, pero kung hindi naman gumagalaw, he is not doing anything, and no one wants to, to be a witness. As I said, they scratch each other's backs. Kumikita eh.
What was the ombudsman's problem?
Well, it was the most difficult problem was gathering evidence. For example, the PDAF, there are 100 beneficiaries all throughout the Philippines. Okay, so of course, random lang. They would go to Sulu, ang layo-layo. The threat to life and liberty is there. They would go to Cagayan and all that. When they reach the place, let's say there are 10 alleged beneficiaries. 9 of them they say, no, we did not receive any amount. Given the number of violators, given the number of purported beneficiaries, wala ka namang mag-gather. So, in the few times that you can gather, all right, you file a case, sasabihin nila, this has been pending for a long time, and therefore there has been delayed justice and all that. So it depends in a long time because you inherit an old case and then you check 40 of the 100 beneficiaries. It takes time. And then after the fact finding, if you believe that there's no probable cause or you believe that there's no reason to segue to preliminary investigation, you dismiss the case. Now, if you go to preliminary investigation, again, it's difficult to conduct preliminary investigation because the respondent is abroad. When he comes back from abroad, he says, oh, I need a lawyer. You allow him to get a lawyer of his choice. So many reasons and all that.
Palagay niyo po ba si Zaldico makukulong?
Well, if he is convicted, makukulong yan.
Aabot kaya doon?
Of course. Why not? If the charges are proven to be right, correct, see, he would.
But then, may mga nakulong na po noon nung Napoles case.
So, what do you think mga kadonatics na grabe ang smart nitong si Justice Conchita Morales mga kadonatics? I'm not really that sure kung isa ba itong kritiko sa panahon ni Tatay Digong. Kritiko ba ito ni Tatay Digong? But one thing for sure mga kadonatics ay talagang she hates the government now. She hates what the current administration is doing, especially for flood control investigation. You are investigating something very huge and crucial talaga para sa atin. And then suddenly, gagawin lang private. Marcos should actually have to think about it mga kadonatics because it will affect his credibility even more. Diba? Kung nasa down na siya mga kadonatics ay talagang mas mag-down pa siya. At eto mga kadonatics, isang masamang balita para kay Inday Sara Duterte. Bakit? Nakita nyo naman sa screen, di ba? Pag-usapan natin ng konti mga kadonatics. Ito, pinost today lang. 2 hours ago mga kadonatics. At ito ay isinyer ni Alvin Tourism. OMG, let us protect VP Sara Duterte. Bakit? They relieve VP Inday Sara Duterte's SPG chief without notice. Bakit? Ginawa na nila ito noon, mga kadonatics. Ilang SPG yun, mga kadonatics, ang inalis nila. Kaya nga yung mga Muslim, yung MILF, nag-offer sila ng protection kay Inday Sara Duterte dahil inalis ni BBM yung mga vice presidential guards niya. Ngayon, kumuha talaga ng private si Inday Sara Duterte galing sa Navy. Ginawa na naman nila ulit. Ano kaya? Dahil ba mataas pa rin yung rating ni Inday Sara Duterte at talagang mga kadonatics, nakakabahala talaga. Sa tingin ko, may gagawin silang, nako, wag sana. Let's keep on praying, mga kadonatics, kasi anything can happen. Baka one day masyak na lang tayo. Di ba? Anything can happen. Do whatever they can, mga kadonatics, sa posisyon. At kung mangyayari yon, nako, it's gonna be chaos, mga kadonatics. It's gonna be chaos. Let's keep on praying because we know, mga kadonatics, 3 years because of our prayers. And I believe, matatapos yung termino niya, even greater things will come. Thank you so much and God bless you, mga kadonatics. Ingat palagi. Don't forget to subscribe. Like this video. Bye-bye.